Hope you're enjoying the music right now on Gold FM. Only the classic hits, especially if you're spending your time at home or around the office. I certainly hope you're taking it easy and enjoying the music coming your way. Well, I got a whole lot more to keep you moving and to keep you going right up until you reach lock-off time. I'm Kara. Join me every weekday from 2 to 7 on The Ride, only on Gold FM.
जहाँ हो प्यार का बसेरा और रिश्तों की खुशबू, वो है आपका अपना घर संसार. Join me on घर संसार, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. only on Radio Fiji 2.
On FBC News tonight, police officers told not to question change but to accept it. Yet another Chinese national appears in court for failing to declare foreign currency, and Fiji to host 2014 Trade Pacifica show. First up tonight, a 37-year-old unemployed man of Nandi has been remanded in custody for allegedly raping a 4-year-old girl on Tuesday. The man was denied bail by the Nandi Magistrates Court this afternoon. Police prosecutors objected to bail on the grounds that the accused is the victim's neighbor and, given his age, is like a grandfather to the young girl. The case has been transferred to the Lautoka High Court for mention on the 6th of November. In a separate case, a 20-year-old man who allegedly raped a 12-year-old girl has also been remanded in custody by the Nandi Magistrates Court. He will appear in the Lautoka High Court on the 6th of next month. An investigation is underway into a possible case of negligence in Kandavu involving a 4-year-old boy. Police say the boy's mother had alerted some villagers in Solatavui that her son was missing. Following a search, the boy was found in the water facing downwards at the village foreshore. He was rushed to Vunisea Health Centre but was pronounced dead on arrival. The drowning toll stands at 34 compared to 55 for the same period last year. Police officers have been reminded to be united and show their support to the leadership change within the force during the Western Division's third quarter parade in Lautoka today. Acting Commissioner of Police Ravi Narayan, who replaced Iowane Naivalurua last month as the new head of the Fiji Police Force, has stressed on the importance of accepting change. Christopher Chand with this story.
Look at my face. Look at me properly. Okay. No change in our way on our support towards someone that is sitting at the helm of the Commissioner of Police. Whether he's acting or he's appointed on that post, Kentato, as a professional officer, our allegiance is there.
The message from the head office to police leaders in the West was clear, and a warning issued to carry on their duties with diligence.
Don't engage yourself in talking about other things that is not at your for you to discuss. When the allegiance guy, anybody sits there, very sure. We are in a situation where a new commissioner will come in. That is for the government to decide. Can don't focus on it.
Narayan appearing for the first time in front of over 300 officers in the West as their new leader.
During the last quarter, we also underwent some changes internally with the hierarchy of the Fiji Police Force. Changes happen and we must learn to accept and move on and not let it deviate from our work.
A lot of attention has been on the police force since Naivalurua's sudden departure. Today they were reminded again to accept their new acting commissioner. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force is now coming down hard on its officers following reports received on the lack of service delivery. A complaint was received from Ba yesterday where police officers failed to report to a robbery scene due to transport problems. Akusita Tale has the story.
The increasing number of reports received against police officers and their failure to do their duty to the public has prompted the organization to start penalizing them.
Acknowledge and we admit that there is a lot of improvement to be done in our attendance to our customers. The reports that are being lodged at the station, our feedbacks, and when we attend the prompt action in attending to their.
The force has reactivated an ethics department to collect all reports from each division and start investigations.
We have decided up at headquarters is to get this team, only a few up at headquarters, just to control and monitor from there, and then we'll push the divisional police commanders on the ground in order for us to improve on our feedbacks.
Tunrabu says this issue will best be highlighted in training in terms of attitude, knowledge and skills by officers on the field.
The skills of the men on the ground, they are there. We, the senior officers, are up at headquarters, but these are eyes and ears on the ground. But if we cannot train them well, then we'll expect all these things, the complaint to be coming.
They say implementing strict measures against its officers will ensure Fiji is safe in their hands. Akusita Kale, FBC News.
A Chinese national appeared in the Nandi Magistrates Court today, charged for failing to declare foreign currency at Nandi Airport when he arrived into the country on Wednesday. Tin Sheng Duan pleaded guilty and asked for the court's forgiveness this morning. The 39-year-old had over $9,800 US and 622 Chinese yen, equivalent to more than 18,000 Fijian dollars, in his possession when he came into the country. Duan requested that the court hand his sentencing today so that he would be able to catch his flight to Hong Kong tomorrow. However, police prosecution filed a submission that he be remanded in custody, which was allowed by the court. He will be sentenced on Monday. This is the sixth case within a space of a month involving Chinese nationals who have been charged for failing to declare foreign currency at our border. A lean-to four-bedroom house was destroyed by a fire at Mbuinduna Road in Verratta, Tailevu this morning. The house was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived at the scene.
The fire did not spread to the other properties, and I think the team successfully did that. Although we had a difficulty in terms of the hydrant that was quite located away, and then we had to send 3 trucks so that they can pass on the water from the hydrant right to the building.
The National Fire Authority says the family were inside the house at the time of the incident. However, they managed to get out safely. Investigations are underway to determine the cause of the fire. Coming up after the break, technical vocational schools to have new name.
Nimbula methangu nimilote na isoro tembua nama kia umenarua kinaona na vekavi monite kina vakaromuka rongo mena biasama kina vibaga barota kini ndreko malolo ena radio Fiji 1 na wongani piano ngai nama kia kina.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 PM।
Welcome back. You're watching FBC News. The bushfires in New South Wales have died down, and Fijians in the Blue Mountain community are all safe. A Fijian family living in the area was told to evacuate on Tuesday, along with others in the community. Today, they are back in their home in Wentworth Falls, near the town of Lithgow, where the fires are burning.
Those who have lost their homes, they are now in the process of rebuilding their homes, and some of them may choose to move away from the mountains. But for us, the children are still at home. They're still not back in school. We are getting back to normal life, but we're taking things one thing at a time.
The fires have been burning for more than a week now and may take weeks to fully extinguish. Daku village in Tailevu, one of the hotspots for climate change in Fiji, will soon have relief from rising sea levels entering the village. People in the village have been living this way for years now, but finally there is a solution in sight. Erelia Nawandra has the details.
Seawater enters Daku village every high tide. People are left to wade through about a foot of water. Villagers are now building a 2-meter high wall to keep the water out.
The project actually started in 1994 when we started raising funds to improve or to reclaim our village. We started with fundraising to provide to government our 1/3 contribution to the project.
Over $250,000 was donated for the project, but the villagers need to fundraise in order to complete the project.
The main difficulty is arranging for finance and the contractors. We are fortunate to have the support of the Ministry of Agriculture through the Land and Water Management. They are doing the supervising and technical expertise. But the funding has come from the government, AUSAID, and from the village committee.
Rokavunise is confident that if they're able to secure more funding, the seawall will be complete in about 3 months.
I believe the phase that we're going through now will be completed by the end of this year.
The Climate Change Division of the Foreign Affairs Ministry has confirmed that the 30 families don't want to be relocated, even though Daku is a hotspot for climate change. Ereliana Wandra, FBC News.
More business opportunities are expected at the 2014 Trade Pacifica show, which will be staged in Fiji for the 2nd year in a row. This handshake between the ambassador and chairman of Pacifica Trade Steering Committee, Kaliopate Tavola, and key development partner of the Secretariat of the Pacific Community seals SPC's commitment to provide technical help and support. Organizers hope to rope in more buyers for products produced locally and in other islands in the Pacific.
Today's occasion really provides a couple of opportunities. SPC extending assistance to Trade Pacifica 2014. The SPC has been very active also in some of the technical areas.
We are once again pleased to be a partner this year. We also look together in this area of enterprise capability development, which includes advice on value chain development and provision of information and training. The SPC is an international organisation that works to help Pacific people achieve their development goals.
The Trade Pacifica show will be held in Suva. Technical vocational education training has been renamed Employment Skills Training. The government hopes to improve the image of and expand interest in vocational training. Epelito Kawasa reports.
Vocational training is seen as something for school dropouts or for those who don't qualify for higher education. The name change hopes to remove that stigma.
The recent meetings at the ministers' meeting, we have the minister decided that to change the name vocational because of its implication in the schools. So far, the enrollment in schools is still low.
More than 60 vocational centers around Fiji enroll only about 2,000 students in the last 5 years.
The new name for vocational that will start from now is Employment Skills Training, so that it will encompass other skills training as well.
Alumedi Tusawau says they want to see more young Fijians taking interest in vocational studies at tertiary level in order to meet the skills needs of Fiji.
The government has poured in a lot of money in this so that everybody will go through, all the students will go through at least a vocational training.
The Education Ministry plans to issue grants to all training providers in Fiji. Epeli Tukuasa, FBC News.
Sports time now, and here's Jamie with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. In sports tonight, paddling to test new waters and 2 young referees to officiate in Australian Sevens tournament. Stay with us for more.
Isambolo binaka, na dango wadi soni dalai, na makio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, mai na tolu kina bitu, ena moni tingina por rombuka, ena mbula FM, na bandu ena serre.
I wake up in the morning, I prefer to go down to the gym, get a bit of physical work done. Also, later on in the day, I decide to go through for meditation. I do a bit of reading to find out what the latest songs are, a bit of research. And for me, it's all about the listeners.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rio, and this is the Traffic Jam every weekday from 3 o'clock to 7, only on Today FM. Today is hit music. What's up?
Welcome back to FBC Sports. The Vodafone Fiji Mbati side had a rest day today as they prepare for the start of the Rugby League World Cup. The tournament starts this weekend and the Mbati are now getting into game mode.
The coach is working with the team on their skills and quite a lot of technical aspects of the game. Every session is followed up with a video session to ensure the boys understand what they need to be doing. And a one-on-one session with the boys. Also, there's a lot of time being allocated for the boys to be amongst themselves, to enjoy each other's company and get closer to each other about what they feel and what they need to do on the field.
The Mbati take on Ireland at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Top local sevens rugby clubs will be busy this weekend in the Central Coast Sevens in Australia. Apart from these clubs, 2 young referees are also getting a chance to officiate in this tournament. Shelvin Chand has more.
Kaveni, Talemai Valangi and Quinivuli will be flying Fiji's flags along with the sevens clubs. For Talemai Valangi, this will be his second trip abroad as a match official after the Pacific Mini Games.
I feel honored and happy. And I think this is a good opportunity for me to expose the talent that we have in Fiji. Not only rugby in terms of players, but also in officiating. So I think this is the best opportunity for me to go there and show them that we are also good in officiating match.
The young PMEC teacher at Lalin Memorial knows this is an opportunity to learn.
That will really boost me in my next appointment, and especially after the Fiji Water International Sevens, and Paddy was with us during the Sevens, and have got lots of experience and learning from 2 referees from Australia.
Referees are hoping to get more chances to officiate at international games, so what has been learned can be put to practice.
More game time, and in order to put what we have learned, we need to put into practice. We can't just keep learning, and we don't have any game time and exposure.
Young and upcoming local referees have done great work, and for them, they too hope to be able to officiate at a World Cup meet. Shelvin Chan, FBC Sports.
Nandi primary schools were out in full force at Prince Charles Park today for their zone meet. The Jet Setters who will be taking part in the Western Chow Games next month were full of determination and guts as they toiled hard under wet Nandi conditions. While organizers of Fiji's first Leluvia Challenge are hoping local paddlers competing this weekend will give their nod of approval on the course mapped out. The interchange race will feature 2 mixed teams on the V6 canoes, racing over 36 kilometers through the Motoriki Channel, also known as Waisiliba, and around Leluvia, with paddlers changing at certain intervals. A new challenge race is one thing, but as Elena MacDonald reports, there's a sole purpose for organizing it this year.
Fiji's Tavarua Island is already renowned for one of the top 10 surf sites in the world. Now, some paddling enthusiasts want to ensure that their sport becomes the next best destination to host more international events.
We can prove to ourselves that the course works and that the paddlers enjoy themselves, and the long race is about 36 kilometres, so it depends how the conditions are. We've got light winds, I think around about 10 knots forecast, so that'll be ideal for us actually, ensuring that the channel where we have to paddle across isn't overly rough.
2 teams will be racing this weekend. Lami-based club Kaiwai against a group from Leluvia.
We'll have 6 in the canoe at one time, but then we'll have reserve paddlers that will change at various intervals because we're racing between islands, so we'll have reserve paddlers on islands, so they would change as the canoes come in.
Outrigger paddling can safely boast that it's the Pacific's traditional sport, and with all the sites Fiji possesses, it could very well be the next best destination. Elena MacDonald, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Police Force has revived its Women into Formation tournament after a lapse of 3 years to select their volleyball and netball teams for the Sukuna Bowl Challenge later this year. 28 teams from 4 major divisions of the force came together to compete for spots in the police team. Talenda Dakadaka reports.
A month away from the coveted Sukuna Bowl challenge, the Fiji police women have set their sights on making a successful bid for the netball and volleyball titles. This two-day tournament will enable selectors in choosing the cream of the crop.
And we can be able to identify good players around from all the divisions. Just like I said, for the purpose of selecting our best players for Sukuna Bowl, we will have 3 teams. One for netball A, volleyball A, and the netball veteran teams.
The tournament has been well received because it allows officers a fair chance to put their hands up for selection.
It's a good thing because mostly Sukuna Bowls every year. We normally just pick it from teams that are playing club games within the year. So other officers from around the regions, they don't get the chance to play for the Sukuna Bowl team at the end of the year.
Competition ends with the finals tomorrow. Chalendo Dakavak, FBC Sports.
The Lambasa and Suva Masters teams have been impressive so far at the International Masters Classic Football Championship. The tournament, which started yesterday, boasts players of yesteryears. Though age has caught up with many, some haven't lost the touch that once made them household names in Fiji. Lambasa, coached by Taniela Tuilavuka, is similar to the 1992 IDC winning team with brothers Mbuli Dhama and Solomoni Dhatarongo. Chope Lomu and Waisele Rasoki have also donned the Lions colours. Interestingly enough, Lomu and Dhama played in the court's IDC a fortnight ago. Lautoka and Bar Masters are also carrying big guns, which have seen them win tournaments. The championship ends tomorrow. That is your sports for tonight. It's back to Jackie now with business. Good evening.
Week-long training organized by the Department of Energy on energy audit ended today in Suva. The training allowed members of the private sector and officials from the Energy Department to learn how to carry energy audits and conserve energy at the workplace. 17 participants graduated with certificates in energy audit.
The Department of Energy Efficiency Program, we are glad to say that this is the 2 weeks workshop has been a successful one, and this has also paved the way for us to work closely with FNU and also our colleagues from the consultants from India.
This is another initiative of the department in its efforts to provide adequate training and knowledge for energy conservation. Weather time now, and Jen, you look so relieved. Does this mean a good forecast?
No, Jackie, it means that the weekend's upon us and I won't have to give people bad news for the next 2 days. The Met Office isn't mincing its words in this report. There was rain all over the country, from the western side all the way to the north. And by rain, I mean a heavy downpour. Just when temperatures were normalizing yesterday, we're right back to the cool 20s. Lambasa, however, managed a warm 30 degrees. There it is. What's the weather like this weekend? Our chart here says it all. No sunshine in sight. Yes, I know, I'm disappointed too. And then I look at this serene picture taken at Nandarivatu, and it doesn't seem so bad. In the words of country singer Dolly Parton, the way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. That's whether you keep your head up and have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks so much for that, Jen. Our headlines once again: police officers told not to question change but to accept it. Yet another Chinese national appears in court for failing to declare foreign currency, and Thai-level villagers work to stop sea level rise from affecting them. On to our poll question for this week, and we're asking, can the Vodafone Fiji Mbati reach the final of the Rugby League World Cup 2013? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. That's all from us tonight, but join Amrita Priyadarshini tomorrow for our weekend news. I'll be back again on Monday. Until then, you have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Ni Modamanda.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Tix.
You can join us on The Breakfast Show
every weekday from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. right here on Today FM.
That's right.
सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला, पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला, मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो FBC पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।